have a deeper respect for women now than I did before as a kid or as a teenager. You just used to like poke fun at everything a woman did and just be like, oh, that's so ladylike, you know, you're being such a bitch. Just like man up, toughen up. Be, you know, committed, determined. Urgh. Just grunt at everything. Urgh. That makes you more manly. If, you know, you believe that sadomasochism grunts are exactly what make a man a man. Urgh. But this thing happened to me that really changed my dynamic sort of thinking toward appreciating a woman. Like, women don't get it enough. But I don't understand why you guys wear heels, okay? You're always bitching and moaning about, like, my feet hurt. They're, like, clipping at my, like, don't wear them. That's my idea. If they hurt so much that they're inducing flashing premonitions about what it's going to be like to go into labor, you probably should not be wearing this sort of utensil on your feet. It sounds more like a torture apparatus really than something that makes you attractive. Don't get me wrong, if you want to wear heels, that is entirely up to you. If you don't want to wear heels, that is also okay. No man has ever been like, listen, I can't do this. You're not wearing heels. Alright? Unless they have some sort of like foot fetish. And they need the heels. But that doesn't make sense. That would mean they have an attachment sort of to like the shoe part of it, not really the foot. Okay. Yeah, that's I think how it would work out. So this thing happened to me where I was just wearing like these Dr. Martens, and I wore a really low sock. So I would walk around, and I felt a little bit of a cut emerging on the back of my heel. I'm like, nothing to worry about. I'll make it through. Half an hour later, I check and there's like full-fledged blood. Like, I have a full gash there. I look like I got into a fight with Pacquiao, and he just went, pah! And it's just like right there, and I'm like, but more or less on my foot. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. This will be okay. And then you try, and then like the skin, like it's open, then you try, like it's trying to attach itself again, and it just hurts. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'll sit in this classroom for another 20 minutes, then I'll go home. So I stayed throughout the class, which was a 4-hour class. I'm like walking super slow. Like I'm on a mission to the moon, and I'm exploring as slowly as I can across the subways of Manhattan, trying to get home, which is another hour-and-a-half bus ride, aside from the 20-minute train ride. So I'm like, okay, my heels will be just fine. I'll find a seat. Now, there's usually no packed subway carts when I get out of school. But on this day, everything was filled. There was some sort of convention uptown and in the Bronx. Because there were no seats anywhere. People were just, you know, everywhere. And I'm like, this is not the day for this. Okay. So I walk home uber slow. Like, if a thief would have wanted to come up to me and been like, you better run, bitch, I'm gonna get you right now, I've been like, slowly creeping away. Like, this is me power running under those circumstances on that day. And that's what, like, changed me. That's what changed my ideas as to, like, why we should not, like, just generally assume that something isn't as bad until it happens to you. So, if I thought before you didn't have to wear heels, dear, for the love of God, women, do not ever wear heels. Alright? Without some sort of appropriate protection on the back of your heel, man. I can't imagine someone going through that, like, the way I went through it, without a Band-Aid or something. It's like, ugh. Like, the skin hasn't healed and it's been 2 weeks. Just like, fuck me. No. No. I have changed my ways. I am now preaching flats. You know? It doesn't dig into you. Somewhat comfortable, I guess, for you ladies. I think all women should make that mandatory flats. Flat should be your recommended. Stylists should recommend that shit. They should not be like high platform shoes, heels, or pumps. Same shit to me, stilettos. I'm saying the same thing regurgitated to me. I've just heard different names for it. None of these things should ever be the first option. It should always be flats. And then secondary should never be Uggs. Uggs should also be the second thing you should never really want to do. Because although they're warm and all that, summer's the warmest month. I can't imagine you want your feet to sweat even more. And I can't imagine your Uggs smelling refreshed after that month duration. So those are the things I am against.